say that Tyler Western is had a great city in Minnesota. You are, husband and wife. Give me a slogan there for the kiss if you wish.
Smooch,
Yeah.
smoochy pie.
Yeah. That Mary.
Hi everybody, I'm hiking up near the Chippewa Moraine. I got Alan here with me. He gave me a shuttle this morning. I appreciate him helping me out. You wanna? He's a volunteer with the Chippewa Moraine Center. Do you have anything you want to say?
It's a beautiful day. It's not raining.
Yeah, I'm trying to get a lot of this done before tomorrow's supposed to be a monsoon. So
Exactly.
I appreciate you helping me out today, Alan.
My pleasure.
And just a beautiful spot here
Yeah, it is.
along the lake. And me and the Vons were here before Labor Day, like a week or two Labor Day. And we hiked down this road. And once you get past the lake, the Ice Age Trail goes to the left, and you're hiking towards the Chippewa Moraine Interpretive Center. But today I'm hiking here to the left, and it's 14 miles to Highway CC where my car is parked, and we just took a time shot with the camera there. Got a shuttle by Alan, really cool guy. We had some good conversation in the car in the shuttle. He was a teacher, he's a retired teacher, and talking about one of his first jobs is he was an aide at Central Colony in Madison. So had some good stories on that. I talked to him about Dick McVicker, who is a scout leader that I knew that also worked at the Central Colony. All right, we're coming up to scenic overlook with the bench right here. Nice little view of the lake here. You might have to come down and trim some of those trees right there. Otherwise the overlook will be grown in. Hey, it's T-Man. I'm at the Harwood Lakes campsite, a backpacking campsite. There's one of the lakes over there. This is a cool campsite between two lakes. And over there's another lake over that way. And this little trail here, I think might be a beaver portage here. Sometimes beavers will have a little portage between lakes so they can bring, twigs and saplings and stuff like that, and they drag them across the portage into the lake that they have their beaver lodge at. All right, so this is the back end of the campsite. There's a little trail going out this way, which I thought might be going to a latrine, but there's no latrine back there. There is a spot where it comes up to the lake again, but I went back there and used the log instead of a tree, dug a little cat hole. But if they had a latrine here, I would have just used it, and it would have been convenient for me. That's what I always say about latrines. This looks like a fairly well-used campsite here. And if you have like 30 people using it over the course of the summer, then you have all their crap back in the woods there. But so it's nice to have a latrine so everything is kind of centralized. It's just a convenience. Again, here's the one lake over here, beautiful fall colors, and then here's the other lake over here. Just a cool campsite. All right, we're coming up to a spot where it looks like they've done some trail work recently. You can see the trail's going this way. It looks like it used to go that way, but it used to go, now it's going this way. I think they had a mobile skills crew outing here within the last year, and there's a brand new beautiful boardwalk bridge affair over here. Just incredible. And right now the views are incredible. The fall colors. Oh, just look at this. It's a great hike here, and look at this bridge here. It is quite the affair here. That's kind of looking at the supports down there, and just look at the beautiful. Oh, look at that way. It's just incredible. It's just a marshy area here that the Ice Age Trail goes across. And look at this. You even get a bench to sit on. That's incredible. This isn't Deerfly Trail, which I don't think it is. And I should be coming up to it pretty soon. Maybe this road connects with a little area here of washed out trail just next to the ATV trail. I've changed up my clothes. At first I had my raincoat and my fleece jacket on. And I took off my raincoat a while back. Then I was taking everything else off except for my fleece jacket. And finally I just decided to take my fleece jacket off and put my hat back on and so forth. We made it out the Deerfly Trail. That other little road was the ATV trail. This is a real road. And this is probably what they're calling the parking lot right here. This kind of empty, grassy area. And we have more signage over here. Yeah, evidently there's a detour coming up, according to this. It's about a 1/4 mile long. Right near Deerfly Trail is the side trail here to this huge erratic here. My friend Will said that he helped clear the trail here. He was on the work weekend, and he helped clear the this little trail coming to the erratic. Just another amazing example of what the glaciers have done. This rock was from Canada, and the glacier moved it and plopped it down here. Up to another water spot, and I just seen a huge heron fly by this little bridge down here. So maybe if we get lucky, we'll see a heron down here. It just like flew right over the bridge, like it was like not too far from the bridge. Kim's Crossing here. Yeah, it came from the left here. There's a little pond. Maybe it was sitting down in this little pond here. Cute little pond over here. And that's there's a beaver dam there. I don't see any beaver lodge or anything like that. So just look at the beautiful colors. And I don't see that heron anymore. All right, we're at the spot where they have the reroute here, and that's why they have the reroute. There's the logging operations ahead. Oh, we're going this way. I thought sometimes they have a reroute because of Soggy Trail or whatever. But this is a pretty sizable reroute, about a 1/4 mile. And it doesn't look like it's been done by, trail builders with hand tools. It looks more like, something with a bobcat or something like that. So, up here it looks Like this is the logging area right there. We're going next to the logging area, and we're taking a ride up here. We'll get a better look at, oh, here's a pile of logs over here. So we'll take a look at that. All right. There goes the trail over that way. Again, it looks like it's been made by some machine. And there's a pile of logs. Maybe even the logger came and did this. You know, they have machines for making roads and bobcats and stuff like that. Here's a cool spot with a bench here and a view of, I don't know if that's a river or a pond or what that is. It looks kind of like maybe it's a river because it's thin and long, but I'm not sure. It could be just a thin and long pond. Coming down here and looking at the DCA. It's Picnic Lake, 0.01. It doesn't look like it's that far, but that's where you go to get your water right there. And here's the campfire area, a few tent pads, and so on. That's got more facilities. Oh, there's a blue blaze there. So I'm gonna go back to the Ice Age trail the way I came. But nice little dispersed camping area. But again, this it's more like a campsite. A dispersed camping area usually isn't supposed to have even a campfire ring or something like that. You know what I mean? It's just supposed to be a place to plop down your tent, and that's it. That's my interpretation of the rules, and that's their state land. So this is most likely not state land. So they're calling it a dispersed camping area, but it seems more like a regular campsite. That's one of the, what would you say, confusing things, or what would you say, irregularities of how the Ice Age Trail Association Alliance does stuff. And now we're on Picnic Lake, which is also the lakes that the Girl Scout camp uses. So I can see across the way there, see if there's any place with a good opening here that we could look out there. I'm gonna step over here for a little bit. But that looks like the swimming beach or the boating beach for the Girl Scout camp over there. All right, we're coming up to a little bridge here at the near the Girl Scout camp. And here it does say private land, stay on the trail, so forth. Over here there's a little boat just sitting there, maybe used for the Girl Scout camp. And here's a little bridge going across this little, maybe it's a passage between, that's a marshy area and that's the lake, the Picnic Lake. So again, these are probably all trails that the Girl Scouts use too. We got a really nice hike here on Picnic Lake. Right there's the Girl Scout camp, boating or swimming beach right there. Just a cool hike. Oops, there's somebody coming down the trail at me. Hello, hikers. I'm actually doing a video right now. So you're in my video. Hi, how you doing?
What are you doing your video for?
Just because I do video. Are you with the Girl Scouts?
We are.
Yeah.
Oh, you're out using this trail, and you're camping at the Girl Scout camp over there.
We are.
Okay, I'm T-Man. I'll shut off the video, and we'll talk. Hey, I'm out to Highway E right here. There's the sign for the Girl Scout camp down there. Camp Nawaka, something like that. Here's the Ice Age Trail sign right here, where the Ice Age Trail comes out to Highway E. And over here it says follow E for 0.9 miles. Then take a left on 245th, which is also known. It's also known as Moon Ridge Trail, I believe. But I'll just take one last. I kneeled down here and got readjusted. So taking a look to see if I dropped anything. But I need to get going here. I've been lollygagging along pretty good and not getting very much trail covered. I just met some Girl Scout leaders that are actually having a little camp staff reunion this weekend. So that's what they were doing, taking a hike as part of their reunion. There's another car coming by, and I got them versed in on mammoth tracks. So I thought that would be a good thing for a Girl Scout leader to know if they're leading Girl Scouts on a hike. Okay, we're coming up to Moon Ridge Trail, which is 245th Street, and it's got a little arrow. I kind of like it's for the Ice Age Trail. We could use a blaze there too, perhaps. And they got another arrow here, like a brown and yellow arrow. But I could probably use the yellow blaze on that too. So we're going down Moon Ridge Trail for another mile, and we'll hook up with the Ice Age Trail again. I remember the last time I was here, it must have been in the spring, because there were turtles coming out on this road here and like digging holes for their eggs and laying eggs. We're finished with 245th Avenue or Moon Ridge Trail, and we're taking a left onto the Ice Age Trail here. And here. Most of these map boxes are empty right now. And they've got the description on how to get to the Girl Scout camp section. And right now it's a Firth Lake segment and Chippewa River segment. So I got a nice map for that. We're coming up to a nice little bridge here made by the Wisconsin Conservation Corps. Too bad they're not around. I know we could still be doing something like that. What happens is Minnesota has had a great Conservation Corps for many years, and now they're letting the AmeriCorps manage them. So here's a cool little beaver dam right here, and a beaver pond right there. A cool looking tree tipped over in the water there. And down this way is just a little creek right there. The bridge seems fairly solid. Maybe a little bit leaning a little bit in a spot or two. But just a nice spot. And here's, it looks like a brand new bench here to enjoy it. Look at that. I don't see any beautiful spot. I don't see any markings on it like, dedicated to this person or that person. Maybe they're going to do that yet. It looks like it might have to get painted brown too. Not sure how they do that. Okay, I'm starting to attack the course. Going a little bit faster. And we're back out here to the second occurrence of Moon Ridge Trail here. That little section there had some cool stuff. Cool little ponds, some tall pines. It was pretty amazing. So this is, again, the second occurrence at 245th Avenue, which is also known as Moon Ridge Trail. And what you could do here is do this as a loop. Just come hike this section and then just walk back to your car that way. It'd be, I want to say, somewhere between a 2.5 and 3.5 mile loop, but it had some pretty spectacular stuff. Here's a spot not too far off of Moon Ridge that's obviously been used as a campsite. It's got a fire area right there, and over here there were some cool looking mushrooms, if I can find them. I don't know where oh, right there. Oh, duh, right in front of me. That was cool. So like I said, this is only maybe 100 yards from Moon Ridge Trail. It looks like a little campsite. Not an official campsite, but you know, a lot of these county forests you can camp wherever you want to. So they have dispersed camping in the whole county forest. So cool little pond that you're walking by. Once you get east of Moon Ridge Trail, nice little pond. We're walking by for, oh, so far it's been around 75 yards, but we might still be turning a corner here and walking by it some more. It's a cute little creek here. It looks to be slow moving down there, but fast moving up here, coming out of some kind of swampland. And for the last like 50 yards of this trail, there's been like lots of stonework, different stone. And here's some stone steps and a stone step across. So that's really, really cool. Right there, that big stone. Oh, that must have took something to get that placed there. That must have been a real huge group effort to get that set there right in the creek perfectly. All right, we're coming out to a little ATV road right here. And we're making some progress. Mammoth Trek says I'm only 3.7 miles from the van. So I've been making pretty good time. I've been attacking the course ever since that Roadwalk on Highway E and Moon Ridge Trail. Some interesting things happening here. Look at the rock work here. And this is kind of in a gully here. So they must have put all those rocks there to prevent erosion. And kind of look over here, look at the bench that they made here. That's incredible. But the main thing is take a look at this tree that's cracked and is kind of hanging on by a thread up there. It's just hanging on some other trees. So that's just incredible there. Look at that. It's barely just hanging on there. Looks pretty dangerous. Hopefully a windstorm, when there's a windstorm, when nobody's around, it'll come down. It's been a nice hike for the last mile or two, but coming up to Firth Lake here, that's the trail going to the parking lot. I believe there's a parking lot out that way. And see what this side of and here is we're going to Highway CC, continuing on. I think it's like 3.5 miles. But we'll be going this way. And for the next mile or so, we'll be going next to Firth Lake. Here's a little creek, which I'm not sure if it needs a little. Oh, I did get a little wet there. Maybe it could use some stepping stones. Okay, we're coming up to this boardwalk at the southern end of Firth Lake. Like I said, the last half a mile or so, the lake, you're hiking along the lake here, and it's dominating your view. And the last time we came through here, this is kind of clunky. It still looks a little roller coastery, but it feels solid. But there's Firth Lake, and maybe we'll see some wildlife out here. I'm gonna take it really slow. Here's some grasslands over here. The wildlife should be able to see me. I've got my yellow and orange on, but that was mainly for hunters. Oh my, there's a beaver lodge right up against the boardwalk here. That's incredible. I don't remember that from the last time. So I guess the beavers take advantage of everything. Alright, we're coming up to a older bridge here, and just an amazing sight on the bridge here. Take a look at that. Wow. The colors are just awesome here. There is a little creek here. Maybe there was a beaver dam in here at one time and it's not enforced anymore. But just look at those fall colors. This has just been an amazing hike here. There's the little creek going down that way. So I think I got about 2 miles left to the car. I'm coming up to the spot where it's got a big old sign that says trail closed. I'm not sure what I'm supposed to do about that. I mean, I'm like 2 miles from the road and it says trail closed. That's, and if they're gonna close the trail, they should have did it back at Firth Lake. Then I could walk around. And now I only got like 2 miles to go, or less than 2 miles. I pretty much got to go out. I don't know what the deal is here. All right, this might be the reason the trail's closed, is that there's a deer stand right here. But you just can't close the trail out in the middle of nowhere. If you're going to close the trail, this section of the trail, you'd have to close it way back by Firth Lake, because that's the last place you can get out to a road. Alright, so now we're coming out to this creek. We got a creek here, kind of a seasonal creek, and then we have a stile. I remember this, that you go up over the stile and you're hiking near a farmer, or on the edge of a farmer's field here. So just like I said, I'm trying to hightail it through this last 1.5 miles. We are headed towards an old, decrepit looking bridge here. It looks like someone with an ATV went right through there. But we'll give the bridge a shake, and we're up. And Oh, we're over. I kind of slid down right there. Luckily, I had my hand on the rail. So we're going along this fence line, and like I said, I'm trying to hightail it as fast as I can. There's another sign that says trail closed, so I'm past the trail closure. All right, we're heading out. Right here is a stile that is not being used anymore. The fence is gone, and we're hiking. Here's a nice little farmer's field, and the parking lot is down this way. I can just barely see a little Ice Age Trail sign over there. So it's just about 4 o'clock. So I really made up time during the last half of the hike. And I feel good, and it's not raining, and it's beautiful. Look at that. So since it's only 4 o'clock, I think I'm going to do another little bike and hike through the city of Cornell. Because basically I had done this section here along the river at the Ice Age Trail Conference. So there's like a 2 or 3 mile section that I've completed, but I need, starting at Highway Z, going through Cornell all the way to Pike Lake. All right, we're on County Highway Z, just north of Cornell, on the other side of the river, near Highway CC. And I biked through Cornell. I biked out here, and I locked my bike up right there. It's called the Vector. That's the name of the bike. So I call it Victor because of the movie Airplane. What's your vector, Victor? So there's Victor the bike. Victor Vector. And we're coming down here to Highway CC, and we're going to be hiking Highway CC to the Blue Bridge. All right, we're hiking down Highway CC. We've got the Chippewa River here, which is dammed up at Cornell. So it's nice and white here. Brunette Island State Park over there on the other side. And over on this side we have a little creek and marshland. We got a cell tower right there. So just curving my way into Cornell. We're gonna have lots of landmarks to take a look at coming up shortly. And the first landmark is this little place on the corner that is kind of a shop for novelties. You know, there's all sorts of weird stuff out there. It says Pepsi and Mountain Dew. So I don't know if they serve soda over there. I'm not exactly sure what that is. They don't really have a sign except for, you know, all the stuff sitting out here. It says sale to eggs, and then it says eggs for sale. So it doesn't really give you an idea of what the business is except for all that stuff out there. Okay, so over this way we have the Blue Bridge, which I will be passing over to the right-hand side because there's a little bit of sidewalk on the right-hand side of the bridge. All right, I'm hiking on the Blue Bridge. There's the dam over there, and you can see below the dam the Chippewa River is kind of a fast-moving, rapidy river. Here's some sort of mill here. And up this way is the Flowage and Brunette Island State Park is up that way. And right over here is the pulpwood stacker. It's the world's largest pulpwood stacker, mainly because it's the only pulpwood stacker remaining. All the rest of them have been taken down. This visitor center's more open during the summertime. I don't know if it was even open today, but it might have been. It's a Sunday. But, you know, we're talking early October, so maybe everything's closed up. And there's the pulpwood stacker. We'll come over and take a look at the Gene Burnett had something to do it. No authority. He is one of the noteworthy pioneers of the Chippewa Valley, born in France in 1791. He was the first judge in the area, and he was also visited by Ezra Cornell, who's credited as the founder of Cornell. And here's more about the pulpwood stacker. It gives you a picture of the stack of pulp. And over here is a little thing about Ezra Cornell. And he was a businessman, statesman, and philanthropist. He was the founder and benefactor of Cornell University. So a lot of history right here, and that building right there has more of the history in it. And here's the pulpwood stacker and a little carving right there. And this is Main Street going up this way. And Dylan has an extra little sign out here to direct you to his, directing people who are at the state park, no doubt. But that's the road going to the state park, going out that way. Anyway, here's the old Abe State Trail. And it looks like a pretty nice new sign right over here. So that's good. The kiosk looks maybe a little old, and they've got some wooden things to what do you call it? Wooden bike rack. I haven't seen too much of that before. We're at milepost 1. Wow. And it's a paved bike path, which, and Dylan's got another advertisement right there. And he's got another advertisement over there. So he's pretty keen about getting people to come up to his dairy store, which has got ice cream, 24 flavors of ice cream, patio, restaurant, espresso bar, wine and beer, and 42 varieties of cheese. Oh wow, and come see the amazing painting on the ceiling. Wow, that's worth it right there. Close up to Dylan's Dairy Cheese House. It doesn't seem to be open, but the Big T's bar is open. That's it doesn't say Big T's on it anymore, but it doesn't have a different name. So we're hiking down Main Street of Cornell, which is, you know, a nice little town hike here. This is the actual route of the Ice Age Trail, and since they don't have any, what would you call urban blazes, you know, blazes in town, I guess I can pick whatever side of the street I want to hike on. There's a bunch of people raising hell over there. So carrying on, looks like some hunters or maybe ATVers. They got some muddy trucks over here. But oh, this is the municipal police, or the police department and municipal court. They handle all your problems right there. Police department, and then you can go straight to municipal court, all in the same building. All right, so here's a statue of a police officer with a boy, dedicated to those who serve. Wow, I'm finished with my hike on Main Street. Right there's the Hey Everything store. It must be a hardware store. Talked to this gentleman who's bought the chain link fence that was here. And evidently the school district's putting a new chain link fence in here. But anyway, just turning on Fifth Street, and then we go over to Highway 64, and we go down to 8th Street. A close-up look here at the Moonridge Brewery. It says beer and pizza. It says on Sunday it's open 12 to 8. Today's Sunday, so if I want some beer and pizza, I gotta make it in there by 8. Over across the street is Gordy's Market. Here's a view of the brew pub, the brewery part of it right there. Alright, I'm at the second holiday station. There's another one down there. I passed KJ's restaurant, which is the restaurant that's in kind of a house. And over here is the Cornell School District and their ball fields there. And over here's that's Highway 64 coming into town. And here's the Chippewa Valley Electric Cooperative. I will be hiking down 8th Street to my van, which is in like a mile or so. They're barking at me, but they seem to know to stay on their yard. So they'll probably be barking with me all the way down to here. So now we're coming down to a creek here, and this creek goes through Cornell, and I think dumps into the Chippewa River. But there's kind of a corridor of green space with the creek where there's no houses. There he is. Okay, there's the little creek down there. And like I said, there's this kind of green space corridor next to the creek. And it goes through the ways before there's a house. So maybe an opportunity to have a corridor for the Ice Age Trail going through town. Who knows? Hey everybody, I'm getting shuttled this morning, and I got Vicki Christensen, one of our great volunteers for the Ice Age Trail, helping me out. She's also hiking the Ice Age Trail too, got about 200 miles done. Got a little ways to go. Say hi, Vicki, or whatever you want to say.
Enjoy the trail.
Yeah, we got some precipitation today, but it's not an outrageous downpour, and I only have 9 miles left to do. So I'm gonna suck it up and do it this morning. I appreciate the shuttle this morning, and I appreciate the shuttle from yesterday from Alan. Just trying to finish up these miles. This morning at the corner of 8th and Baraboo, and this is where I had my car parked last night, and I had my tire like 6 inches onto the pavement, and the police officer was here when I hiked over here. The police officer was here, and I don't think he was all that excited about getting my car towed away, but if I'd have left it there a few more hours, he would have had to tow tow it. And we got this place here. It's got a little ticket booth there. And it's got a little, I don't know, what would you call that? A park shelter thing right there. And maybe those are restrooms on the side. And then down here in this valley, I think there's some sort of like viewing stand or something. I don't know exactly what they do here. And I'm coming down on the 8th. There's a car coming, so just as a courtesy, if there's just one car coming, I go over on the other side of the road so that car doesn't have to veer out. But yeah, there's some sort of, I don't know what this is here. All right, I'm on 210th Avenue here. I just turned off of 8th Street down there. And I was getting too hot, so I had to change up my clothes. And I've been using this mailbox as a hanger to hang my stuff on while I've been changing my clothes. I'm heading down here to Highway EE in another mile or so. We are at County Highway EE and 210th. 210th, also known as Ruffeld Road. So I'm turning to the south here, which is this way, to this house, and the number is 187. That means I went down below 190. It's kind of a swampy area here, so they didn't have a 190th Street. But you can tell you're below 190 because that fire number is 187. So at the 190, I would have been halfway done with my hike. All right, we have a junk on the trail sighting. Look at over here, this old truck. This must be some sort of repair shop here. They got all sorts of stuff. And they've got a big stack of wood and one of those outdoor wood burners to heat your shop or whatever. All right, up here to Raven Knives. They're handcrafted by J.L. Smith. You never know what you're into when you're hiking these roadwalks. And just look at the incredible colors over there. It's just a stunning display here by the Raven Knives factory. Right, we're coming up to 170th Avenue, and basically we're at this corner with this big farmhouse. Farmhouse looks like it needs a new roof. A lot of these outbuildings look like they're shot. The red building still looks okay. And over on this side, the barn is completely collapsed. There's a metal building down there that seems to be all right. And another little building down here that seems to be all right. So I think that's all part of the same farm here. And it says for sale by owner on this electrical pole. There's some more farms down that way, but that's kind of a look at a farm that maybe seen some better days. It's got quite the birdhouse here. I believe that's what that was, or what that is. I did see some birds flying around it. It's huge and it's got a lot of holes in it. And the top of, well, maybe it's not a birdhouse at all. Maybe it's a planter. It looks like it's a planter, and maybe the holes, they plant different flowers coming out of it. That looks more like a nice little cute little place here. It's just got a little mowed piece of property with their travel trailer sitting on there. And on the other side of it, looks like they got a little deck. So Over on this side we have a little farm with a little barn, and you know, this has got a nice house over here. And we've got Abe Lincoln out here at the mailbox, it looks like. Straight where we're looking for, this is 155th Avenue, which the sign over there is kind of hard to read. But that's what it is. We got a house over there with pumpkins, which is decorated, you know, for the season. We got some sort of either construction company, something like this in this big brown building. They don't have any signage, so not sure what that is, but in the back there was some like an excavator type machine and a dump truck, stuff like that. Hiking down 155th Avenue, and I just spotted a wishing well that had tipped over. I guess the wishes are gone to pot there. Here's a nice big white pine over here, and I think I just got to go to the top of this hill a little bit more and I'll be back to the van. You know, I came up this huge hill here, and it says there's a T up here, and there's the van right there. So this is the turnoff that takes you back towards Pike Lake. I'm not sure what the exact name of the road is. Maybe when we get up here we'll see it. But there's a couple campgrounds down that way. And so my little odyssey here, it's around 11:15. By the time Vicky shuttled me, I think it was, I started hiking at 7:45. So that's 3.5 hours for 9 miles. So we're back to the van. I've completed Chippewa County. I've completed practically the whole Northland except for Plover River, east of Wausau. I got a 3-mile stretch near Coloma, and then the rest of it is, I've got 14-mile stretch near Hartman Creek. It's a roadwalk south of Emans Creek. And then the rest is over near the east side by Manitowoc and Tish Mills and stuff like that. All right, back to the van. I'm gonna get in and get warmed up.